Okay, so we got the drive shaft in. Where's it at here? It's right here. Um, and this one actually feels good. This is the eBay drive shaft I got for 80 bucks. I'll move it here. As you can see, the U-joints are perfect. On both ends. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is off a car with 90,000 miles, 80 or 90,000 miles. And he said it was good. Got it here and seems good so far. So we're going to go and show you to put it in. We have a new Manfrotto tripod. Let me see here. Stand by. Here we are. Our little mini tripod. We're going to be using this under the car. And this is small. It flips out like so. So I can set this in the concrete. Then it has a button you push that rotates the swivel head. Lets me angle it wherever we need. This is like 20 bucks. I didn't put this in the Amazon store. Maybe I will. A lot of you guys might be looking for the same thing. I don't know. I'll put it in there just in case. And yeah, I don't know. Let's get started. E-socket. So inverted Torx. E12. So we're just going to take, and we have the front tires jacked up off the ground so we can turn the shaft. Take our smaller impact. This is a little more civilized. The old Makita is a little much. All right, I'm going to bang these out, and every time you do that, turn the drive shaft over. And we're using our swivel here. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me turn the thing on. There we go. We have our impact swivel. So it's a limited motion swivel. And we're just banging them right out. Nothing to it. I'll get you guys the torque specs here in a little bit for that. Can you even see? Can you even see what's going on here? I don't know. Last one. There we are. Now this front one, maybe you can see it. The front one's up here. It's the same way. We're going to use an extension. At a weird angle here. We're going to go right over this cross member. And we're just going to do the exact same thing. What is my 4-pound sledge? But I don't see it anywhere. I'm gonna have to locate that. I see it separating just like that. It's barely tapping. It comes right off, or it should. And there's the shaft. We took nothing else off at all, except for 8 bolts. We took them all 8 out with the impact. Okay, so let's go outside the car, and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so here's the old one we just took out. Now, this one, both U-joints, look at that. Ah, I can't even freaking turn. It's just like C's, right? And right as I took it off, I marked it. F is in front. I don't know that it makes any difference, though. I can't see any differences from this end to that end. I don't think it makes any difference. And this one, which was a rear, is just totally seized. I mean, it's just clunky and chunky. I could barely move it. This one up here, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Same way on the back one. No problems at all. So we're just going right back in with it the way it is. If I find any markings that separate it from front to rear, I'll tell you. I just really don't see. I mean, every aspect of this looks identical front to back. Even the marking rings here are the same. All the notches in there are the same. I don't know. But I'm going to take a ratchet somewhere here. I take a ratchet under the car with me, and we'll start it all off with that. We need to torque these down. Let me get the ratchet here. Let me go look at the torque specs so you guys know what to torque it down to. Okay, so here we are. We're going to get the shaft. That's what she said, I know. We're basically just going to start off by lining up like that. Where's our front bolts? If you're lucky, and you drop it, it'll hit you right in the face. Like always, if you have a lift, this is like a 10-year-old could do this. We don't, so like a 12-year-old could do this one. We're just going to, one at a time, reinstall these. We'll get one each side first to hold it up. I think we'll go ahead and use our impact just to snug them up. And if I could get it in there, we'll do our torque wrench and torque them down. But like anything else, a lot of the times you won't be able to get the torque wrench in it, and it makes it very difficult to torque it down. This stuff down, we're just running it down snug, not even snug really. You don't want to snug anything up until you get all the bolts in, because if you do, your other stuff's not going to line up. What you're probably going to have to do, instead of using a torque wrench, is like 14.75 foot-pounds. That's 20 Newton meters. If you can't fit your torque wrench, which you probably won't be able to, you're just going to have to do it by feel. If you worked on them long enough like I have, you can pretty much tell where you're at with it. Okay, so they're all started. Let's go ahead and just snug them all up. Flip it around. And I know your daddy's uncle's cousin's nephew works at the BMW dealership, and he knows how to do this, and I'm a total goof and all that crap. Realistically, this is one of the most simple jobs you could possibly ever do. And charging somebody a small fortune to do this is pretty stupid. Okay, so I preset the torque wrench where I got down here at 15, and yeah. Let me see here. I'm gonna have to use a swivel, and that's gonna mess up the torque. It feels okay. We'll leave it at that. Let's clean up the tools, get the light out of here. We'll let it down and drive it and make sure that fixed it. All right, very happy to say that fixed the problem. There's just slightly more road noise with these aftermarket wheels at all times. But the problem whenever you let off the gas, it was making the growling noise. That's totally gone. It was definitely, I guess it could have been the front or rear U-joint on the front drive shaft, but it was definitely the front drive shaft making the noise. So, and these wheels, it's not even like any kind of vibration. You can just hear more through them. Since they're 18s and the tire is so tiny, any car with that low profile tires, you can hear it more. So, I don't know. It seems to be doing fine, shifting fine, driving fine. One thing we might do to this car, I noticed when you rev it, when it's in park, it has a little bit of a clicking noise. It almost sounds like the start of a bad idler pulley. If this car has never had idler pulleys and a belt done in a long time or ever, maybe we'll go ahead and do that just to make sure we don't end up having the belt problem caught in the balancer pulley. If you guys seen N52s, they do that. N54s do it too. And the belt will actually break, derail, get caught up in the balancer pulley, sometimes even go in the crankcase itself through the front main seal. And we don't want to deal with any of that. So it'll be worth it. We'll do a video on it too. It'll be worth it to spend 50 bucks on it and just get the right stuff and do it now before we have an issue. So that's it, guys. Hopefully the video turned out. I won't know until I edit it, and hopefully it'll show you guys how to fix this problem if you have it on any of the XI or all-wheel drive model cars. That's it, guys. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.